To begin the award ceremony, please welcome Terry Tucker, Chief of Staff at the New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency, who will open today's celebration.
Good morning. I am Terry Tucker, Chief of Staff at the New Jersey Housing, Mortgage, and Finance. And I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed colleagues, welcome to the Governor's Excellence in Housing and Economic Development Awards. We are here today to celebrate the remarkable efforts and contributions of individuals and organizations that have transformed communities and driven economic growth across New Jersey. We received numerous nominations for these awards, and each and every one we received resonated with a distinct and meaningful impact on each of their respective communities. Today's award recipients represent a small but mighty selection of projects that are creating jobs, impacting lives, and making housing more accessible and affordable across the state of New Jersey. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite Jacqueline A. Suarez, the Commissioner at the Department of Community Affairs, which we call DCA, to join us and present the first award of the day, the Housing and Economic Development Hall of Fame Award. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everyone. The marathon is almost complete. So I think we're running on fumes at this juncture, but I am very, very honored to be able to be here so that I can announce the Hall of Fame awardee today. And this award really recognizes pioneers in the housing and economic development spaces, ranging from those who work to create, finance, and develop affordable housing and economic growth opportunities to individuals who advocate, lead, and educate the public on these issues. This year, we are proud to name Diane Riley as the 2024 Housing and Economic Development Hall of Fame recipient. Diane joined the Supportive Housing Association as its executive director in 2017, bringing her many years of experience as a leading voice for the economically disadvantaged in New Jersey. And as executive director of SHA, Diane works closely with over 100 member organizations and statewide advocates to increase supportive housing opportunities for those with special needs. SHA, under Diane's leadership, has been a driving force behind policies and initiatives impacting all aspects of housing that support people with disabilities in our state of New Jersey. As director of advocacy at the Community Food Bank prior to joining SHA, Diane led a coalition of stakeholders to raise awareness about hunger, engage in public dialogue, and influence policies that address underlying issues such as housing. In March of 2016, Diane was recognized by the New Jersey General Assembly for her service leadership and commitment to improving the quality of life for citizens throughout the state of New Jersey. Early in her career, Diane worked at the Apostles House, a nonprofit agency providing emergency shelter, transitional housing, and other services to homeless and at-risk families. Diane is currently a member of the Federal Home Loan Bank of New York Affordable Housing Advisory Council, and as an ordained deacon in the Episcopal Diocese of Newark, the Reverend Diane Riley serves as Archdeacon for Missions and Services. Let us take a moment to view her acceptance video.
It's Diane Riley. I'm Executive Director of the Supportive Housing Association, and we are dedicated to building affordable, supportive housing for people with disabilities or barriers. Strategies can be things like supportive housing is a proven strategy, and that means that if people get the supports they need, they can live independent lives. That's a proven strategy. And community organizing is a proven strategy, right? If you want to change policy, you work with people on the ground nearest to the problems, and they help you understand their problems, and they help you advocate, and you build coalitions, and you make a difference in people's lives. So the thing that's made the most of this thing you have to kind of remember is that people need to trust you, right? They need to trust that They believe that you believe what you're saying. If you want to help someone, they have to trust you, or you're not going to be able to help them. So whether you're dealing with a legislator or you're dealing with people you want to bring along to your position to help advocate, they have to trust who you are. So you have to be authentic. That's the thing that's made the most difference. Thinking about the policy wins is something you always remember, right? So if you're advocating for seniors to get more support, SNAP benefits, so you remember that you were able to do that, and that made a difference in seniors' lives. But it pales in comparison to actually walking into an apartment and seeing and talking with someone who lives there, who didn't believe they could live on their own, and they're independent. And you helped a little bit into making that happen. That's what I remember. The thing that helped me most when I started out was that I would ask questions and people would explain things to me. So you have to not be afraid to ask questions. And sometimes you have to ask them a few times because this is complicated things that you have to understand of how things work. So don't be afraid to ask questions. But I would say get out of your bubble. Don't just talk to people that think like you. Maybe there's someone who has a different approach that you think is wrong, but listening to them, there might be some value in that. So expand your network and get out of just talking to people that believe the way you believe. That's really, really important. But mostly, don't forget who you're doing this for. I can't believe that this is actually happening because I work with people every day who are dedicated and they work hard and they believe that this is more than just a job. You know, the real heroes are the people who get up every day that have barriers and disabilities, and they believe that they deserve more, and they want what we all want and take for granted. You know, a safe place to live, community to belong, and they're really, I want to thank them because they're the ones. If this does anything to shine a light on that or affirm the work, I'm really happy to receive it on their behalf.
Thanks so much. Okay, well, I'm still going to stay up here for another moment. It's also my pleasure to be able to present the Innovative Economic Development Award. This award acknowledges groundbreaking initiatives and promotes economic prosperity, job creation, and sustainable development in our state. Today, we honor JBJ Soul Kitchen as a nonprofit community restaurant established by the John Bon Jovi Foundation. They give back by serving paying customers as well as those in need. JBJ Soul Kitchen provides a dining experience that fosters a sense of community and addresses issues of food insecurity. Community Restaurant is a place where both individuals and families can come to enjoy a delicious meal, locally sourced, in a warm and welcoming setting, while meeting neighbors. As a community restaurant, the mission is not only here to serve healthy meals, but also to partner with local organizations to provide additional resources addressing needs beyond food insecurity. Let's take a moment to view a special video.
John Bon Jovi, Dorothea Bon Jovi, welcoming you to the Governor's Excellence in Housing and Economic Development Awards. We want to thank you all very much for this Innovative Economic Development Award on behalf of this JBJ Soul Kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen, the founder of the 4 JBJ Soul Kitchens, Dorothea Bon Jovi.
I just want to say thank you. Even just being nominated was such an honor, and we're thrilled to receive this award. And we invite you all to come to a JBJ Soul Kitchen and learn why we say hope is delicious.
Heather Goldfarb is with us today. She is the Executive Director of JBJ Soul Kitchen Foundation. She's here to accept the award. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating JBJ Soul Kitchen. All right, next I am pleased to introduce our Chief of Staff at the Department of Community Affairs, Kaya King.
Good morning, everybody. That's what I like to hear. Good to see all of the change leaders in the space today. Thank you so much, Commissioner. It is an honor to be here today to recognize collaborative efforts that have breathed new life into neighborhoods across our state. The Leading Neighborhood Revitalization Partnership Award goes to a project that embodies the spirit of transformation and positive change. This year, we are proud to present this award to Autumn Ridge at Manitou Park for their outstanding work. Please give a round of applause. Manitou Park in Berkeley Township was created during the Roaring 20s by a Philadelphia newspaper that offered lots as small as 20 feet by 80 feet to anyone who bought a newspaper subscription. At its peak, this predominantly African-American community boasted more than 190 homes, its own fire department, a park, an elementary school, and numerous churches. Since the 1960s, the Manitou Park neighborhood has been in decline. Exacerbating the problems facing the community were small lot sizes with little to no setbacks and a reliance on substandard, unhealthy on-site wells and septic systems for water and sewerage. Berkeley Township adopted a resolution in 2008 declaring the neighborhood an area in need of rehabilitation. Then an area redevelopment plan was adopted in 2009, with the township acting as the redevelopment entity. Those actions empowered Berkeley Township to offer 5-year property tax exemptions to existing homeowners to encourage them to rehabilitate these important homes. The township then designated Homes for All as the redeveloper to initially build 82 infill housing units and pledged $500,000 from its Affordable Housing Trust Fund to share in the cost of extending sewer and water lines in that neighborhood. As part of that redevelopment agreement, the Township Planning Board approved road extensions, re-subdivisions, and the township conveyed 82 single-family home lots on which to build new housing, with 41 being deed restricted to be affordable for income-qualified buyers. In addition, the redeveloper was awarded a 5-year tax abatement for those 82 new homes. The Manitou Park project demonstrates the use of a rehabilitation designation to enable properties to be conveyed to a redeveloper to rebuild and revitalize a neighborhood. Some key results include providing 138 affordable and working force housing units, creating and preserving 250 jobs, and generating $25 million in revenues to a neighborhood in dangerous peril. If that's not a capital stack, I don't know what is. Key factors in the community's success include collaborating with the township, local leaders, and houses of worship to revitalize the neighborhood, investment in infrastructure, including public water, sewer, roadways, as a key to the redevelopment success, as well as selecting an experienced redeveloper to lead the project from conception to completion. Creative public financial assistance, including affordable housing trust funds, tax abatements, and other grants to leverage private capital to enhance affordability. Please, let's take a moment to look at the acceptance video.
McDonald, Executive Director for Homes for All. Homes for All has been working hard to provide affordable housing for nearly 40 years. Specifically in Manitou Park, we've been partnering with the local stakeholders for nearly 20 years. This list of stakeholders includes Berkeley Township, Ocean County, DEP, STEPS, New Jersey Community Capital, Fair Share Housing, New Jersey Natural Gas. The transformation of Manitou Park has been nothing short of remarkable. What once was a blighted community has been transformed from substandard shelter into safe, comfortable, affordable housing for working class families. On behalf of Homes for All, we're truly humbled to accept this prestigious award. We'd like to thank the NJRA for their exhaustive work in making New Jersey a better place for families to call home. Although this has been the most challenging community, this has also been the most rewarding. Once again, thank you on behalf of Homes for All, and best of luck to everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Autumn Ridge at Manitou Park for their exceptional contribution to our community. Please give a warm round. I am pleased to welcome Daryl Godfrey, Chief Operating Officer of the New Jersey Redevelopment Authority, to the stage to present the next award. COO Godfrey.
Thank you, Kaya, very much. First of all, I just want to say, coming to a close, right? We did it. But our next category is the Adaptive Reuse Transformation Award. This award recognizes projects that creatively repurpose existing structure, preserving historical or architectural significance while contributing to economic growth and community revitalization. This year, the Distinguished Award of Adaptive Reuse Transformation Award to the Village at Harmony Garden, Lee Reddy, Vice President, Marketing and Communications, is here to accept the award on behalf of their remarkable work at the Village of Harmony Garden. Village at Harmony Garden is the $20 million redevelopment transforming a 10-acre former Ellis Manor public housing complex at the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and Higgins Drive. The brand new community adds 64 high-quality, 100% affordable apartments and supportive services for seniors 55 plus and individuals with disabilities and one resident superintendent unit. The senior housing community was designed to improve comfort, accessibility, independence, and quality of life for residents. The apartments features open floor plans with spacious closets, modern kitchens and dishwashers with electric ranges, in-unit washers and dryers, individually controlled heating and cooling, and it's a 2,900 square foot community building with a community room, fitness room, supportive service center. I want to move in here. This is a tremendous community development. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's congratulate the Village of Harmony Gardens for their outstanding achievement. Ready, video? The video? Here we go.
Jacob Fisher, I'm Regional Vice President with Penrose. Villages at Harmony Garden is a 65-unit, 55-plus development in Glassboro, New Jersey. It was a partnership with Glassboro Housing Authority and with significant involvement from the borough of Glassboro. Some of the great features of the site include the ability to breathe, to move around on a de-densified site, community building, and also as part of this development, we were able to move a bus stop to the front of the site, so there's access to a New Jersey Transit bus route. The partnership with the Glassboro Housing Authority was invaluable to making this development work. Housing Authority was able to provide 100% project-based vouchers on the site. Through that creativity, we're able to ensure that all of the units will be affordable for the long term for our tenants, and also it supports the operating budget in an environment where operating costs continue to go up. This creates a very reliable source of revenue for the development to work. This development is an example of the way that these projects are able to get done. They're complicated, they require a variety of funding sources and a variety of partners all pulling in the same direction. Penrose would like to thank our partners at the Glassboro Housing Authority, the Borough of Glassboro, our funding partners, which include NJHMFA, Gloucester County, Federal Home Loan Bank. We'd also like to thank our design team, which included Thriven Design Architects and Mid-Atlantic Engineering, our civil engineer, and our general contractor, Ingerman Construction. It really is important to amplify the impact that these partnerships can have and the good work that we can do when we're pulling in the same direction to create affordable housing.
Let's give a great round of applause. At this time, I'd like to welcome Melanie Walter, Executive Director at HMFA.
Much like all of you, I think we're all getting a little rammy up here, kind of excited to get through the awards, to see everybody shake hands. So I'm so pleased to be able to present the Excellence in Housing Development Awards in rental and homeownership. These awards recognize exceptional projects that provide high-quality, affordable housing and that really meet the needs of diverse residents in diverse communities. First, we'd like to honor the Excellence in Housing Development Award recipient for rental. Cornerstone at Branchburg is a 100% low-income housing tax credit community. Cornerstone at Branchburg features a diverse mix of amenities. It includes on-site management and maintenance, social services contacts, online resident portal accounts, individual fob access, full-size washer and dryers. It has beautiful kitchens, clubhouse, and fitness centers in the community center, and there are billiards tables, computer centers, elevators, and shuttle service. It's really a full-service community. I'd like to take a moment to share their acceptance video.
Kevin Dowd with the Walters Group, and we developed Cornerstone at Branchburg. Cornerstone at Branchburg was awarded funding in December of 2019, 3 months before the pandemic kicked off. This required us to go back to the drawing board, both on design and our development program. For example, we were able to access Special Needs Housing Trust Fund dollars from NJHMFA, and we instituted 9 total supportive housing units that were integrated amongst our wider population. This helped bridge our financial gap that was created by increasing interest rates, rising construction prices. We did this in a way that was consistent with our mission by providing wraparound services to help those individuals acclimate to the community. We couldn't have done this, we couldn't have reimagined this community without flexible and strong funding partners. And this includes CREA, Fulton Bank, NJHMFA, County of Somerset, as well as the Township of Branchburg. In the state of New Jersey, housing affordability is a crisis that's not going away, especially as baby boomers age, especially as development costs and construction costs and land constraints become more and more acute. For example, in Somerset County, 52% of all households experience some form of cost burden. This is even more acute among seniors. For example, in Branchburg, 63% of all senior households are cost burdened. To Walters, it's really important that you provide a community that's not only financially feasible, but environmentally feasible and socially feasible for these folks. When we are faced with funding challenges or a COVID pandemic, and we are committed to the township and to our other partners to provide 75 units of affordable housing, we want to put forward something that we're proud of. It's very easy in those situations to go back to the drawing board and value engineer a project and just get it across the finish line. For us, we are a for-profit company, but that means you reinvest in the community. And that's what we tried to do here, and build something that is going to be around not just next year, not just 5 years from now, but 30 years from now. We can look to it, we can point to it and say, hey, this is something that we're really proud of, and this is something that really benefits our residents. This housing crisis is not going to go away. We feel it's an obligation to really provide housing for these folks for the long term. So much of what we do is behind a desk or behind a blueprint or on a conference call. When you go out there and you walk the community, you always get a sense of pride. We're not just building widgets, right? We're providing a place to live. We're providing a community for folks who really need it. When that is recognized by those outside of your team, it's really monumental, and it's really, really important for us. Thank you, my colleagues at Walters and our providers. Again, this is a team effort, and we could not have done it without all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the Walters Group and all of the partners on this project for their exceptional achievement in housing development. Next, we celebrate the Westward New Homes Initiative Redevelopment Project, receiving the Excellence in Housing Development Award for Home Ownership. Jared Jamar Construction Company of West Orange, New Jersey, is a for-profit company that was created in 1997 for the purpose of developing housing for low to moderate income families in Newark and surrounding areas of Essex County. JJCC specializes in acquiring property, managing, constructing, and rehabilitating properties to create 1 to 3 family homes for families that are looking for an opportunity to really own property for the first time. These are families that are often priced out of homeownership, and they're looking for a home that offers the space that they need and at an affordable price and high quality. Since 1997, JJCC has completed 10 projects, and they've contributed about 100 units of affordable housing, totaling $9 million in development costs to their community. They're known citywide for doing work with first-time, low to moderate income and middle-income home buyers, and they work closely with home buyers to make sure that they aren't priced out in their home community in that local housing market. In this latest project, the housing units are about 3,300 square feet each. These are 2-family structures, so there's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in each, and they're 4,300 square feet for the 1 3-family property, which is 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in each of the 3 units. JJCC constructed each site based on a waiting list of qualified homebuyers with mortgage approval. When the project is completed, all of the units are sold and occupied right away. In November 2023, JJCC received a second approval from the NJRA through the Affordable Housing Support Initiative. They received $4.4 million to complete a new project in Newark and East Orange, and it will result in the construction of 10 more 3-family homes. The financing for this loan closed in June 2024, so that project is underway. Let's take a moment to view their acceptance video.
My name is James Gist from Jared Jamar Construction Company, Inc. The biggest thing that sets me apart from any other developer, my houses are first and foremost affordable, but I try to build my houses with, high-end and high-quality materials. I customize the houses to prospective buyers' needs and what they want to see to make them feel comfortable. So case in point is get an opportunity to pick the color of the cabinets, the color of the granite, the color of the stain that's in the floor or that we put on the floors, different kind of finishes. They get a chance to pick those instead of just buying a home and it's already done. When I go to build a house, I want to make sure that the buyer gets an affordable house. So that means that I build my houses for under market rate. There was a property that I built. Houses next to me on either side or down the street or in the area were all built and sold for about $700,000. I sold mine for about $150,000, $200,000 less. That means that when the buyer goes in, they will have a situation where they're walking in with equity, and then also they'll be able to pull that equity out within a year, but the mortgage is lower. Everyone is coming in right now and they're all building market rate housing. Okay, so that means that there's no equity left in the property. They build in market rate housing for a high amount, and as we know right now, the interest rates are kind of high. With me, doing it affordable and having the properties $200,000 below market rate, I think that will help, any affordable buyer come in and be able to own a property and be able to pay the mortgage a lot easier. And my motto is never going to change from Jared Jamal Construction Company. I also continue to do a service for the community, for the people who wants to stay in the community. They'll be able to buy the house, like I said, for about $150,000, $200,000 less than what the average, developer that's just coming in and selling the house and getting out. I stay in the market and want to help them expand, as far as doing affordable houses. So the affordable housing is going to stay as part of my motto as long as I'm doing housing in the city of Newark. NJRA has been, real good to Jared Jamal Construction Company. Leslie, Darryl, Sharon, and those guys over at NJRA, I thank them for trusting and believing in Jared Jamal to let us continue to build affordable houses and partnering with us in the city of Newark. And also the administration of Newark, they believe in me, so anytime my name come up through council to get properties to be able to sell, they know that I'm going to do affordable housing. So, it's been a great partnership with both the city and NJRA, so I look to continue to do this for a long time.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating James Gist for his exceptional achievement in housing development. Now I welcome Ty Cooper, Chief Community Development Officer at the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, to present the next awards.
Thank you, Melanie. So I have to say this because you guys have to take a pause because we are actually celebrating and awarding your peers. And so I know the food is delicious as it can be for a conference, but let's take a pause to acknowledge the hard work of everybody getting an award today. So I'm going to ask you to take the conversations down a little tiny bit. And my mom was a teacher, so I'm going to say, put your listening ears on, please, if that's okay. Melanie, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here to present the Small Business of Distinction Awards, recognizing the achievements of small businesses that have demonstrated excellence, innovation, and a positive impact on their communities. Today, we have the privilege of honoring two exceptional businesses, and I have to say they're very near and dear to the heart for a number of reasons. First, we congratulate Tinky Poo Diapers with over, you can clap for that, with over 20 years in apparel, manufacturing, graphic design, and athletic retail store ownership. Tinky Poo was started by Nadia Spencer, president and CEO, as a brand for parents that want cute and conscious diapers that depict babies of color. It is a hug from afar to children who do not normally see themselves in everyday essentials. Nadia Spencer, the dynamic mother from Plainfield who founded Tinky Poo, wanted a brand that celebrated babies of color and showed them from the very start how important, how beautiful, and how lovely they are. She wanted what she didn't have when her son, who was now 10 years old, didn't have before. Langston, you better stand up. Come on, Langston. That's his. Langston, I see you. Better stand up, Langston. So Langston is the reason that Nadia created this diaper brand, so that when other babies of color could look and see something of themselves, they would also be excited. So we're incredibly proud of the work she does. And I have to say this as a plug, as a new mommy with a little brown baby, it is so amazing to see diapers that reflect the diversity and culture and inclusivity of what we need. So Nadia, for me personally, I just appreciate so much of what you're doing. As a black, you can give a word for that, an applause for that. As a black woman, Tinky Poo Diapers is setting a new standard for representation from the earliest stages of life with the much needed essential, highlighting representation, inclusivity, and sustainability. Tinky Poo's mission is to provide high quality diapers while encouraging healthy self-image. Let's take a moment to review her acceptance video. We put the video on.
Spencer, founder and CEO of Tinky Poo Diapers. I started Tinky Poo to make a difference not only in my local community, but the global community as well. I am the first Black woman to disrupt the diaper industry. I created Tinky Poo to bring about change to an industry that needed to be shaken up a little bit. I created diapers that have characters, Timmy and Penny, and depictions of babies of color on them. Why it's so innovative is just because not only are the prints culturally relevant, the concept behind the brand. My tagline is seeing yourself makes all the difference, which is another phrase for representation matters. And that's what this is, representing a market in an industry that hasn't been represented in this way before. My concept is being widely received and respected, and I'm honored by the people who get my mission. You start a business sometimes, you're not sure if others are going to see or believe in it the way you do. I'm excited that it's moving along. I'm a firm believer in giving back to your community and working with your community. I'm really, really excited that I am distributed and warehoused here in New Jersey. And it's an amazing family-owned distribution center that ships out my diapers nationwide. And it was important for me to find operations such as that because they treat everyone that comes into their warehouse as family. When you're a startup business, you have to find people who get you and understand you and believe in your concept. Everyone from my PR team even, they're based in New Jersey. A young lady I went to college with, she's an entrepreneur. So I surrounded myself with all these, ironically, women entrepreneurs who helped my business grow, and I in turn am helping their business grow. My goal is to grow even further and be in your larger retailers, your drugstores, your supermarkets. I think I'm just hopefully scratching the surface. And the goal is to show people like myself, women of color, just people in general, that you can have a dream and bring it to life. The way I'm trying to impact my community is just by saying that you can do anything you put your mind to, and I'm hoping that Tinky Poo will be a household name like our Huggies and Pampers ones day. I just want to thank the NJRA for thinking of me for the Small Business Distinction Award. We launched January 20, 2022, and to have been given this moniker so early on it's just wonderful. I'm extremely grateful, and I'm inspired to grow and do even more. When your home state is rooting for you, you feel like you're the champ. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I promise Jersey I'm not gonna let you down.
Let's welcome the diaper disruptor, Nadia Spencer, to the stage. Even though she tried to throw her award, she's very grateful. Thank you. Congratulations. Next, we celebrate the Gingered Peach. Founded in 2011 as Let Them Eat Cake Bake Shop, their mission was to bring handcrafted baked goods with a twist to New Jersey, primarily focusing on cakes. However, after being in business for nearly 2 years, their customers called for them to dig deeper and expand their reach. So they hit the test kitchen and really got to work. The result is the Gingered Peach, handcrafted baked goods with soul. I want to bring, can you play the video now for Gingered Peach, please?
Joanne Kennedy Brown. I'm the owner of the Gingered Peach, Rojo's Roastery, and Melba Ice Creamery. I don't necessarily think food is food, and the need for innovation happens in how we upgrade our machinery. So bigger ovens, better mixers, newer technology that is rolled out in our industry allows us to kind of create the innovation. It's also really listening to what the customer is asking for. So it's our ability to respond. But one of the greatest things that determines that is not just one, access to capital, but also creating the infrastructure to develop the talent that will be the next brilliant thinkers in food. I'm an owner-operator that actually works in my businesses every day. I'm incredibly active, and when you are present every day in your stores, you see the community every day. You also hear what their wants and needs are, what their dreams are. You also hear where they need help. The Gingered Peach, Rojo's, Melba, we all participate in our community, not just from a service perspective. We're very much there either through donation or through additional support of, okay, we don't make that every day, but we can create that just for you for this particular thing. Small businesses curate and make a town what it is. Large corporations serve a much greater need when we're talking about scaling. Small businesses create the identity of what a town is and what makes it perfect and beautiful to live there. What I want is to serve one area in a really great way. We spend our entire lives trying to find people who will just get us. Starting with the Gingered Peach, I found a community of people in the Trenton, Lawrenceville, Princeton, Hopewell, Pennington area who just get me. And rather than continuing to try to hope, can I make Hoboken love me? Can I make Jersey City love me? Can I make Atlantic City love me? I found my people. So in terms of the growth that we will see and how we will advance is highly focusing on creating a family of businesses that will support one area in an incredibly special way. I became an entrepreneur 12 years ago, and I've been through the pandemic and led that through the pandemic. I know that I have been buoyed over the years by a team of employees that have helped bring my vision of what I'd like to see, really it's our vision, come to life. I'm incredibly grateful to the teams at the Gingered Peach. I'm incredibly grateful to my sister Julia, and especially my husband, because as a small business, you really can't afford to do everything. So having someone who helps me build physically my stores and just be that emotional support through this process has been incredible. And lastly, I'm incredibly thankful to the Township of Lawrenceville, New Jersey, who embraced this girl who just wanted to bake in the beginning and took me to the top.
Let's welcome Ms. Joanne Kennedy Brown to the stage. I like the applause, I like the applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating both of these outstanding small businesses for their significant contributions to our local communities. I now am so honored to welcome to the stage the inaugural winner of the Senator Ronald L. Rice Impact Award, the Honorable, the phenomenal Leslie A. Anderson, NJRA President and CEO.
All right, all right. Now, you know I'm gonna come up here because I missed the last 2 days. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the quiet. Now, I'm gonna ask you, prior to me presenting the Senator Rice Impact Award, to give a real round of applause to all of the award recipients. They work hard in the community. They work hard in the community. They don't take no for an answer. They keep pushing and they persevere, and they deserve the recognition, and more importantly, they deserve the applause from their peers. So one more round of applause to all of our awardees today. Thank you for that. I appreciate it so much. I want to say something else because I miss her terribly. When I called Lieutenant Governor Sheila Y. Oliver to say I wanted to name an award in honor of Senator Rice, you know, I'm not a nickname person. I believe you should call people by their given names. Their parents worked really hard to create their names. But Sheila Oliver got away with it, and she said, Les, that's a great idea. Let's do it. And we miss them both terribly. We miss their presence in the community development arena. We miss their presence as advocates when people don't always know the right thing to do. They brought to their leadership a level of empathy and consciousness that we don't have anymore. And we can only pray that as they look down from us from heaven, that they guide our footsteps and they point us in the right direction, that we will continue the work that collectively they started nearly 100 years ago. Let's not get so busy that we lose sight of these amazing giants and the foundation of success they built in New Jersey. Now, moving on, I'm a woman of a certain age, so I got to take my glasses off. This year's Senator Rice Impact Award recipient is none other than the amazing Bridget Pfeiffer, President and Chief Operating Officer of Parkside Business and Community. I had the opportunity. You can stand up. Yes, you could do that because she's so incredibly deserving of this honor. So incredibly deserving of this honor. So incredibly deserving of this honor. Yes. Bridget, I'm not going to read what's in the script. I'm going to speak from the heart. I saw her as we were coming in this morning, and she said, Leslie, you know I don't like this. And I can speak for everybody up on the stage. We don't care. We're going to recognize you anyway. It's important to give flowers. Bridget, you embody being in the trenches. You embody fighting for community. You embody not taking no for an answer. You embody push forward, persevere, because at the end of the day, people are counting on us to change their quality of life. And you have done this for as long as I can remember. There were fits and starts. There were changes in administration. There were changes in the availability of dollars. There were changes in how to access them. And you stayed the course. Giving you this recognition in honor of Senator Rice is a fitting tribute to Senator Rice's legacy. He fought hard to make a difference in the community. And it's our job as we move forward to continue that fight. Let us view the acceptance video for Bridget Pfeiffer. And right after that, she's going to come forward and accept this award she told me she didn't want.
Ms. Bridget Pfeiffer. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Parkside Business and Community and Partnership here in the city of Camden. When we look at the work that we're committed to organizationally, we look at the work really in 4 buckets. One being development. We provide housing opportunities, for sale housing to families that might not otherwise be able to own their own home. In addition to that, small business training, development, commercial development, and then looking at the remaining 3 core areas that includes education. We want to be able to support those grassroots nonprofit organizations that are really doing the work and doing it in a significant way for our young people. And then also neighborhood services. We were founded by residents from the community who had a real commitment to the community. And so being able to stay true to that by having monthly meetings, community meetings, events that we host throughout the year, pop-ups, financial literacy, financial empowerment training. There's a host of programs and services that we offer under neighborhood services. And then lastly, food access. So the work that we do is being done from within. So it is the community driving the change for the community. Residents of Parkside are involved in every element of the work that we do. 80% of our staff are actually members of the community and/or have a connection to the community or the city of Camden. And so utilizing the community in a way that they are in fact being the change that they want to see within their community. This work could not happen with our local, with our state government officials, without our agencies like the Department of Community Affairs, New Jersey Housing Mortgage Finance Agency, New Jersey Redevelopment Authority. They bring the resources and they bring the trust to the process that allows us to develop those homes. It's like a full circle moment for me, especially being that the award is named after State Senator, Councilman Ronald Rice. I began my career journey in the city of Newark, but I was privileged to have this up close, firsthand kind of experience by watching Councilman Ronald Rice. It means everything to me. And much gratitude to Leslie Anderson and her team. Also cannot, even conclude the interview without also giving acknowledgement to the team at PBCIP who works tirelessly, who commits themselves daily to providing programs. I'm just really thanking them because their commitment, their diligence really is priceless.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bridget Pfeiffer. Okay, believe it or not, I don't even think we crossed the threshold of afternoon. Where is Stacy Spira? I want it noted for the record that we ended early. We were on time. But I want to do a couple of thank yous before we go. I first want to thank this incredible staff at the Convention Center. It is not easy. It's not easy to serve lunch and be quiet, right? And they did a great job. We did hear a little clanking up here, but it wasn't a lot. Let us give a round of applause to the tremendous staffs at the Department of Community Affairs, the Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency, and the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. They have been working for months to put this conference together, and they deserve a round of applause because they've done an excellent, excellent job of representing and putting forth a program that meets the needs of our community. Lastly, I need to thank my amazing team at the NJRA. I'm pretty sure that everyone here heard that I had COVID. I'm good now. I tested negative yesterday. But my team stepped up. I just want wherever they are to stand up really quickly. And I just want to thank them for covering my base. I got a lot of great text messages yesterday, and I truly appreciate you guys and all of your hard work and effort. I also want to thank my colleagues up here on the stage. I've been doing this a long time. I don't like to say how long I've been doing it, but it's been a long time. I really started when I was 10. I'm kidding. But this camaraderie and how we work together is amazing, and I think it's reflected in the conference. So I want to thank you guys for us working together, because I can say with confidence it always hasn't been that way. So I want to thank you guys for that, and I think we presented a really great conference. So the last thing I want to say is thank you to all of you for coming to the 2024 Governor's Conference on Housing and Economic Development, and get your calendars out. We look forward to seeing you on September 16th and 17th, 2025. Safe travels home. Continue to eat. Enjoy your brunch. Dessert looked really good from up here. I'm not sure how it tastes, but it looked really good. Stacy, I think I said everything I was supposed to say. And we are done. Get home safely. Thank you, everyone. We're done.